Hello and welcome to the BRKC 2025 live Heat Draw. We're here tonight to find out who is racing who and in which heat in this year's edition of BRKC, which is the 14th running of this event. In front of me here are a load of names, 100, confirm I've counted them myself to check they're all definitely there. And myself, my name is Brad Philpott, and my co-host Sam Slater, the driver liaison for BRKC. We're going to draw these out one by one and build a picture of who's racing who this year. Sam, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. Oh, welcome back. It's been a year, hasn't it? You've had a bit of a break. You're joining us again, so yeah, it's nice to have you back, mate.
It's good to be back. I'm really looking forward to being here and being in the thick of it this year.
Yeah. I know Brad's forgotten all of the names of every driver, so if he doesn't remember who you are, I apologise in advance. We're going to butcher every single foreign driver's name this evening, so apologies in advance. We've actually managed to get the pronunciations on the pieces of paper this time, so we're going to hopefully not butcher it as much as usual.
We're going to do our best.
We will see.
Sorry, Poland.
But just a couple of things from us before we sort of get straight into it is merchandise. Obviously, as you can see, we are lovely wearing the brand for you guys today. You can still make an order in time for BRKC, but it needs to be done via the Zendori website. Get in touch with me if you want some information on how to order that. But today, I think maybe tomorrow is kind of your last chance, last orders. So let me know if you need any help with that.
And I'll try and pop the link to the Zendori website in the chat when I get a moment.
Yeah, thank you, Brad. As for a couple of things as well, that's important. The briefing is going to be released later this week. Don't stress about the rules too much here and now today for this live draw. It is all about who you're going to race. The briefing will come later this week, where again I will be available 24/7 to answer your questions if you have any. As for the official practice, that is going to be released tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Okay, so 8 o'clock tomorrow, you will be able to book your 2 free practice sessions, followed by an additional 2 sessions at the same time. So you'll have a total of 4 if you want 4 sessions. They are £20 for 20 minutes. Okay. Obviously, if you don't book those additional sessions, you're still able to book your 2 free and just show up on the Friday, have your sessions, and then the event will begin on the Saturday. Again, any questions with that, just fire away. But
I think we should probably explain the mechanics of how this works tonight. So I've already mentioned there's 100 names in this bowl in front of us here. Sam and I don't know what it is we're pulling out of the hat each time. We're just going to put our hands in blind, open up the piece of paper and read out a name. That name then gets passed across to our team in the background that you can't see. And Phil, who you definitely know from previous BRKCs, the owner of Formula Fast, is going to be inputting those names into our special Heat Dispersal System. And that will automatically populate a spreadsheet which will spread your drives out across all of the heats in the fairest possible way. Certainly the fairest way we've managed to figure out over the years. And as we go through each of these names, each of the heats is going to build up as a picture. And we're not going to know until right at the end who all of the drivers are in all of the correct heats. So we've got some tension all the way to the end. Because this is going to take a little while, we're going to have a break in the middle. So halfway through, we're going to have, so when we get to the 50th person, we're going to have a short break. Everyone can go and have a cup of tea or whatever it is you have in your part of the world. And then we'll come back and complete the grids afterwards. All make sense?
Yeah, good. So obviously when these do come out of the bag, what we're going to do is tell everyone a little bit about each driver and move on. We'll take a short break around the 50th driver. So it will slowly populate and you guys will slowly start to see who you're going to race. Shouldn't race the same person at least a maximum of twice, is that correct?
Yeah, we think it's impossible to race different people any more than the system we've currently got. But if there's any mathematicians out there that want to help us out in the future, feel free to get in touch before the next BRKC. But this is the best system we've come up with so far.
I mean, it's worked pretty much every single year, I think, so good.
And obviously, as always, if you want to interact with us and want to ask us questions, pop it in the chat in YouTube below. And obviously, please like this stream and subscribe to the channel that you're watching right now.
There is just one last thing, just to get a bit of excitement in the chat as well, guys. We are doing a special raffle at the end of this live draw for 2 prizes. I've done a little bit of posting on social media already as to what they are. It's free entry to the French Rental Kart Championship and a fully customized kart skin race suit. So we are going to hold on to the end because we're going to be putting all the names back in this at the end and pulling out 2 people that will win each of those prizes. You cannot win both. So good luck to everyone when we get to that point. But Brad, I would quite like to draw some names.
Let's do it. Let's start seeing.
Shall we give it a shuffle? I'll let you do the honours.
Okay, yeah. And let's see how BRKC 2025 is going to unfold. Right, I'm going to go for a deep name down the bottom here somewhere. Let's try and make sure we only get one out at a time. Okay, here we go. First name for BRKC 2025. Oh, thank goodness, there's quite a lot of information for this driver. Is Zach Venn. It's one I can definitely pronounce. So Zach Venn. I like that there's a pronunciation underneath. Help me out. It's pronounced Zach Venn. Zach was a BRKC semi-finalist. He's won races and rounds in SRK, also has BRKC Heat wins, and was the British Indoor Kart Championship runner-up twice. So immediately an extremely strong driver. I'm going to pass that across.
Yep.
We've got a bit of a...
He's been looking very rapid in the practice, we'll say, in the build-up recently. So yeah, good luck, Zach.
Your turn.
So we're just going to place those over there for you guys. We're going to go for the second driver to join Zach in his first heat. So immediately as we populate the first 10 drivers you can see on the screen now, the first 10 names that are going to come out, I believe, will all be in Heat 1. As for the rest of their heats, they will kind of scatter across all of the groups. So next up, against Zach in Heat 1, we have Alex Ford. He did BRKC last year, and he got 68th, so hopefully he'll be looking to improve on that. A bit of a Club 100 and BIKC driver as well. So good luck, Alex.
And for anyone watching who's new to BRKC and thinks, oh, that driver came 68th, that doesn't sound like an amazing performance. We've had world champions from other categories come and finish lower than that in the past. So just to get out of the bottom 10 is a massive achievement.
It's amazing, isn't it, how one bad result can really upset the entire ranking of how you finish. So yeah, can be done. Okay,
driver number 3 is Anthony Roberts. So Anthony Roberts is currently 5th in the SRK Junior Championship, 2nd in the Herefordshire Raceway Championship in the summer, and he's the local junior champion of British Indoor Kart Championship. So he says if he won the £1,000 prize, he'd like to blow it on a new helmet. And I think quite a lot of the drivers we're going to see
I think about 50% of the names said that.
Spend it on a helmet. So everyone
but that's because helmets do cost a lot of money, don't they? Let's be honest. So,
and as we get through some of these, I've noticed on some people's what they're going to spend their money on if they win, they're quite optimistic. Someone said they're going to pay their mortgage off or something.
I think someone said they were going to use it to pay off their car insurance because that probably still won't cover it. So in the Heat 1 again, so joining the rest of the drivers we've had so far, we have Max Thorne from Ratio Drag Racing. He's had 2 podiums at SRK. He has also won rounds at Kart and competed in national events such as Polish Indoor Karting Championship. So obviously trying his best to improve and move up the field and get some wins. So good luck, Max.
Oh, sorry, my turn. There's only 2 of us and I can't count to 2. Right, next driver out. Here we go. So far, we've been blessed with easy to pronounce names, and that continues. Adam Davis is the next driver out. He's Kart Champs champion, multiple Kart Champs, and British Indoor Kart Championship finalist, and he's finished on the podium in BRKC heats before. So Adam Davis, he's in team The Unthinkables, and he's our next driver.
Welcome back, Adam. I should probably get this ready as you're finishing, shouldn't I? That would make more sense. So next up we have Lily Jeffs. This is a new name to BRKC, I believe. Part of the Jamie Chadwick series. I'm seeing lots and lots of drivers coming up through the ranks of Jamie Chadwick series, so welcome. 4th overall in the ladies category, and done a 3-hour endurance solo and won. So well done, and welcome Lily.
And also welcome to double BRKC champion Sean Briley, who has entered the chat. Hi Sean. He'll be watching eagerly to see who he's competing against this year. Right, next out of our bowl, we've got Jennifer Tompkins. So Jennifer's here this evening, not part of our live audience just yet. 2024 BRKC, she was 3rd placed woman, 2 PIKC trophy wins, first UK female to enter all 4 KWC majors. When asked what she's going to spend the prize money on, she says, I'm not going to win. So she's decided to under-promise.
I like the optimism of losing, I like that, that's good. Next up we have Benjamin Hamilton. Again, very easy names, aren't they?
We're going to have a stacked load of Polish names right at the end.
I hope you get the first one so I don't have to pronounce it wrong first and be embarrassed, but here we are. So Benjamin Hamilton has had Club 100 Super Cadets Championship victory in 2022, BIKC National finalist in 23 and 24, and a Janetta Junior Scholarship finalist 23 and 24. So independent driver, doesn't have a team yet. So welcome, Benjamin.
If anyone wants to snap up a quick driver, get in contact with Benjamin.
Now, there is a teams championship whilst we're in that moment, actually.
Yep.
Drivers of 4, all rounds count, all drivers count. And just let us know, obviously, if you want to make a team, you need to let me know before the Friday of the event so we can submit your team. As soon as we hit the Saturday, that's it, it's too late.
Next driver out, again, an easy to pronounce name, Josh Green. Welcome, Josh. He is sponsored by Green's Catering, and he wants to spend his prize money on a holiday, maybe go to a Formula One race this year.
Nice. Green's Catering, did you say?
Yes, Green's Catering.
It's got to be a family-run business.
I think so. It sounds like it. He's part of SC Racing, so he does have a team. So, welcome, Josh. Good luck.
Okay. Next up, here we go. The first of the foreign names, I think.
Okay.
We have Sheshpan Pudlik. So Sheshpan actually did he was the step-in driver for Blue Star last year when they didn't have a 4th driver.
Right. Okay.
And he actually managed to help them win the team's championship.
I was going to say, it needs to be, if Blue Star choose you as a backup driver, then you're probably very, very good.
Got to be able to pull your weight, haven't you? And so he was a semi-finalist last year and a front runner in most of the heats. So welcome back.
Okay. Awesome. How's that first heat looking? Is it looking like a difficult one so far?
Are we on to heat 2
Give
now?
us some comments. What do you think about that first one? Next up, we have James Burgess. I don't have a lot of information, no team, nothing about what he'd spend the prize money on, but I can see that he was SRK Junior Champion in 2022. And what you're going to see as we pull more and more names out, pretty much everyone has won something of note. Everyone we pull out of this bowl in front of us here would probably be the fastest at their local track or be one of the people that you'd struggle to beat if you just turned up at their home circuit. But James raced lots of circuits and, as I say, SRK Junior Champion a couple of years ago.
Yeah. Welcome back. Also, one thing to note as well is that driver of 100 will be the last driver into Heat 1. So in case you're wondering why that is, that's just how it works out. So we are on to Heat 2. Next driver out the back, teammates to Adam Davis, who has already been drawn. We have Steve Gray, and Steve Gray has done BIKC multiple times. He's actually shared a podium with me at BIKC. So, welcome back, Steve.
I'm looking forward to a nice long name, but it's not. It's Reese Westwood. Hey, Reese. And again, not a lot of information. Reese doesn't have a team. He's down as an independent driver, but he has done multiple local championships. So not a lot for Reese, but if you're watching, let us know some more things you've done, Reese.
Next out the bag, we have someone who's in this room with us, Lewis Manley. And Lewis Manley is one of our formidable British drivers, I would say. He's finished on the podium at BRKC 3 times. He, in 2014 was 3rd, 2016 was 2nd, 2022 was 2nd, and last year was 4th. A driver to watch.
Always a contender, Lewis Manley. Is it his year? Finally, is 2025 the Lewis Manley year? We'll find out in a couple of weeks' time. Next up, we've got Bram. Well, I'm going to pronounce it as it's written here phonetically. Bram Gelton, although I would have always said that differently. Bram obviously raced in BRKC in the past, came 2nd in 2023 overall. Also, Belgian National Championship came 5th, so again, a very, very difficult championship. And in the World Championship came 11th in 2019. So clearly a very, very fast driver. And again, he's independent, so if someone wants a very rapid driver for their team, get in touch with Bram.
I think Bram actually quite likes driving on his own, you know. Because I remember he was 2nd, I think, in BRKC 2023, if my memory serves me right. So, yeah, rapid driver, that's for sure. Next up, we have one of BSR's junior frontrunners and champion of SRK this year, Frederick Navarro. So he finished 33rd, I believe, in BRKC 2023. Was a national finalist at BIKC and has also raced at national events as well. So good luck, Frederick.
Okay, next driver out. I can see immediately it's a BSR team driver, and it's Jacob Equil. Jacob Equil was 39th in BRKC last year, so narrowly missing out on the semi-finals. Got the fastest lap of the event, apparently. That's extremely good. 11th place at BIKC in 2024, so again, close to the top 10 there, and he's competed in other European events, including the Polish Indoor Kart Championship. And what's GIKC?
The German.
German, okay.
The Greek.
So that should be DIKC that's German. Maybe why would they use the English word for German?
If we reach out to the Greek organisers, I'm sure we can get a GIKC copy done there. Next up, we have Adam Schrupit. I hope I said that right.
Yeah, probably.
He was a Swedish junior champion, so obviously rapid young lad.
Yeah.
French second junior and finalist in 2023, and a French third junior and finalist in 2022. So rapidly at the front of the field. And he would like to spend his money on more racing.
That's what
Classic.
I would do as well.
I like.
Exactly. Okay, I was prepared this time with the next name. So, next up. They don't have a team, I can tell you that. It's Harrison Kirkham. So Harrison, again, another driver here this evening practicing. A BIKC finalist. Club 100, does that say C1?
C1,
one of the classes,
front
front runner.
class, yeah.
And Club 73 champion, sponsored by LGL Construction. And he would spend his money on a takeaway for the family for dragging them away for the weekend. I thought that said he'd take the family away for a weekend. But a £1,000 takeaway, that's going to be a nice big meal.
That's a good prize.
So Harrison Kirkham next out.
Lucky family if he wins. After that, we have Ryan Taylor, so two-time SRK vice champion in the last 2 years, and a three-time Castle Combe champion. He's actually previously won free entry into this event due to winning Castle Combe. So, and he's had a heat win in the past, and he's made the semi-final. So a solid driver to watch this year to see how he improves.
The sheets of paper are dropping in numbers, so we're getting through these. Oh, here, it's my first difficult one. We've got Joop van Leeuwenhorst. It wasn't too bad, actually.
I think you nailed that.
Semi-final in KWC, the World Championship back in 2022. No mean feat getting in the semis, and he would spend his money on more karting championships. So again, I think a similar theme.
2 in a row.
It's going to be, spending money on more racing, or buy a helmet, or get my helmet painted. That's the theme we're going to see here.
Do you know what? I'm going to go right to the bottom and just drag one out, just in case. A nice juicy name is at the bottom.
So much of your championship
I'm glad I did
rides on
that.
this. Like who you're going to be
This
racing
is a juicy one. We have Matt Barsh.
Okay.
And Matt, I think we all know Matt from being a front runner at BRKC. He has finished on the podium overall. Various champions. I think he's won the Polish Championship as well. He's been very close to winning the Swedish Championship when I was there. One of our front-running BSR drivers. So
perpetual BRKC front runner is
good
Matt.
luck.
Welcome back, Matt. Right, I'm going for one at the top. I've got Ben Chick. So Ben Chick was the Castle Combe champion in 2024, so reigning champion.
It's actually how he got his free entry. So,
okay.
so Ryan
He's
Taylor
won
has
his entry.
stopped doing Castle Combe. Ben Chick was the new champion, and he's now won the free entry. So if you take part in the Castle Combe Championship, you can win free entry to BRKC.
Great advert for them, and he's also a round winner in SRK.
He is.
So
Funnily enough, the Castle Combe round.
that makes sense. And he's in the Swift Cooper team.
Good. After this, we have Hassan Zafar, someone who's here tonight on track practicing, I believe. So he was last year's now. Happy New Year, everyone. The BIKC heavyweight champion in 2024, regional champion as well, and he's also a front runner at the NRKL championship as well. So
Northern Rental Kart.
Northern Rental Kart League, I believe. Yes, yeah. So welcome, Hassan. I believe it's his first BRKC.
Okay.
I could be wrong.
Every year I say something about someone which is definitely not true. So, okay, we've got Dylan de Wolf next. He's won Teesside twice. So I assume that means the British 24 hours at Teesside, and 5 times the 24 hours of Spa. Yeah, I'm going to assume he's a bit of a 24-hour specialist.
Also 4th place overall in the German championship as well. So, I mean, evidently by the name, I assume he's German.
Yeah, and I'm told in the chat that the reason it's GIKC and not DIKC is because DIKC was already taken. So, and he wants to spend his money on everything in XRP. No idea what that means.
I don't know what XRP is either.
He's from the Talent Factory team, which is one of the top teams. So
good. Yeah,
good luck.
Funny enough, a bit of a mix with Blue Star, aren't they? Talent Factory. They kind of use it as their training team, I believe. Could be wrong. Next up, we have Aaron Bell. So he is a Grid Series champion at Team Sports, invited to Kart Race of Champions, and has done some senior Rotax. So welcome, Aaron. Yeah, we're starting to see these heats. Shall we have a little look?
Yeah, and again, chat, if you see a particular heat emerging that looks, I mean, they're all going to be death heats, we say this every year, but any that you think looks particularly juicy, please let us know in the chat. I've now got one of Team Stag Racing's drivers, it's Nicky Dolan. History of BRKC, FRKC, SRK, BIKC, all the initialisms and acronyms that you can say, sponsored by Fluid Air Conditioning. A driver that's raced in lots of different series. So welcome back, Nicky.
Okie dokie. And we have Joseph Simcock. So I know him from BIKC, regional champion, 2 times I believe as well. Club 100A finalist. He's also won a race at Club 100, and I think he is BIKC national finalist as well. So seen him racing. He's part of the KRT team. He's,
I think he was racing at an event I was in yesterday as well.
Was he?
I'm pretty sure I read that. I read that name on the back of his suit. But unless there's
was
another
it a purple suit?
Simcock.
Because if so, yes, that's it.
I think so. Okay. My next driver is Colin Marshall. So Colin has been a national finalist in the BIKC 3 times. He's 3 times Scottish regional champion, multiple podiums in NRKL, and Larkhall Rental Championship. So very northern based there. But hi Colin, welcome and good luck. I hope the heats have been kind to you.
And next up we have, here we go, Mikolaj Adamchuk. I hope I've said that right.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So champion of the RST karting track, winning a big cash prize of 2,000 zloty. That's a lot of money. Winner of the 2024 Endurance 3.5. So it looks like a Polish driver. Lots of podiums at SWS as well, and has also done some 24 hours in Slovakia. So welcome.
Decorated driver.
Yeah.
Guys, before I draw out the next name, let me just remind you to like this stream, give it a like and subscribe and tick the little bell notification so you're notified when BRKC goes live on all of these streams, including the race weekend in a couple of weeks' time. Next out, we have...
Good idea, Brad. I will do that. Thank you.
Yes, you might not need to. You'll be in the races. I've got James Wiltshire as my next driver, part of team Razio Drake.
Razio Drake.
Okay.
Yeah, Welsh team mostly, those guys.
British Indoor Kart Championship regional champion in 2022. So was I think. Top 10 heat finishes at PIKC and BNC, so really good. And 6 top 8 finishes in SRK this season. Oh, that's why you know who it is.
Yes, and also I believe the Razio Drake guys have all just replaced their banana yellow looking skin suits with nice flashy new suits just for BRKC. So welcome to the new suits for them. Next up we have, this one's got a lot of info on. Who we got? Ivan Shana. So a finalist of BRKC for 2 years running now. He's won multiple heats, and I believe he was also a Hungarian champion, and he's part of the Move racing team. They gave both Blue Star and BSR a run for their money last year, I think.
Yeah,
so
okay.
Another team to watch. A lot of the, I think, Polish guys, Kuba and that, are all on that team together. So
another driver that I wouldn't
driver.
want to have in my heat.
Yeah, someone, if you draw him in your heat here, you probably would be worrying, wouldn't you?
Okay, I've now got Sven Hendrickson. Absolutely no information for Sven other than he raced in BRKC last year. So welcome back, Sven. Any ideas how Sven did?
If anyone can give us anything on Sven, please do so now. Thank you.
Made the semi-final.
Made the semi-final last year. There we go. That's why we have you here, Lewis. Thank you. Next up, we have Owen Clark. So Owen has done the local final at BIKC, finished P3. And at the regional final, just missed out on qualifying. He was P7. He's part of the SC Racing team.
And another driver as part of SC Racing is Richie Clark. Richie's competed in BRKC 3 times, improving every year, he says. Best position of 42nd in 2023, so breaking into the top half. Also competed in the French Rental Kart Championship and the Belgian National Championship, and made the national finals of BIKC in the past, and P4 in the regionals last year. Welcome back, Richie.
Nice.
See if you can move up into the top 40.
There we go. I'm just checking we've got all the names coming through. You want us to slow down? Are we going too fast? All good. Lovely. Cracking on. All right. A big name now. So we have Mr. Vika Schlets, our BRKC champion from 2023. He was also the runner-up of the World Championship, the KWC runner-up of 2024. I could honestly go on quite a bit about all the stuff he's won in recent years, but for sure, someone you do not want to race.
I definitely wouldn't
Blue
want
Stars
him in
front
my
runners. So
heat.
welcome back, Vika. Glad you can make it.
But thanks for attending, Vika. Okay, and we've got someone who I mentioned in the chat a little bit earlier on, not mentioned as having a team at the moment, but I'm sure it'll get snapped up. Kuba Pachulski. And hang on, let me use the proper pronunciation. Kuba Pachulski.
I'm pretty sure that's wrong.
Yeah, I thought it was Kuba Pachulski.
Kuba, please correct us.
BRKC finalist So got into the top 10 in BRKCs, 1 heat and 1 semi-final in BRKC.
This is a tasty heat, by the way, the one that's coming up right now.
Oh my goodness, yeah. And 6th last year.
Yep,
Thank
6th
you,
overall last year. Right, let's go to the bottom again. That last time worked, so there's a lot of good names coming out. Let's get another one. Who we got? I don't know this name, actually. So we have Damon Veldink. So European Dutch endurance champion at 95 kg. He is now 85 kg, so hopefully he'll be race ready for the 90. And nothing else on his sheet. So Damon, welcome, good luck. And I hope you can add to those achievements when you race here.
Okay, an independent driver here who would spend their money on practice for next year if they won. It's Joe Hamblett. So Joe has twice won the Club 100 Endurance Championship in his class. He's finished 3rd at the Daytona 24 Hours, and he was 2nd place in Daytona's in-kart championship. So a driver who certainly knows this track well as well. And back for some more BRKC.
Next up, who have we got? Another quite a tasty name, multiple heat winner here at BRKC, FRKC semi-finalist, and I believe semi-finalist here at BRKC. He's come quite close to the grand final. It is Sam Shaw.
And very easy to pronounce. So you were telling me earlier on, Sam, you think it's about a third of the drivers this year are non-Brits.
Yes,
So-
yeah, I think it's around the 30 to 40 region, and some of them live in the UK.
Yeah.
But most of them actually are outside the UK entering, so a lot of people flying in that are big dog names. So it's
Always
good.
a very international championship, BRKC. I think in the past we have approached almost 50%
Yes.
non-Brits,
Yeah, yeah.
and always quite a high proportion.
It's funny you say that actually, because I think this year looks harder than the past 3 editions of BRKC that we've had. So I
Okay.
think this year is going to be a tough year.
So we've got a driver from KRT Midlands team. It's Amelia Charlesworth. So Amelia got a podium in the Jamie Chadwick series, and a day after, 1st in the Daytona Super Champs. She came first at her first ever auto grass race. So someone who's experienced stuff outside of karts, and also went from 19th to 2nd at Lark Hall in NRKL.
It's always a good bragging right now, isn't it?
They'd spend their money on more championships in the future.
Good.
Again, similar theme.
And I think, was it Lily we had earlier as well?
Yeah,
Amelia and
also
Lily
from
obviously race each other and they've
Jamie
sort of
Chadwick
joined
season.
together, so welcome all of you, thank you. Now we have, let's get another big name, come on, Alfie Hell. So I think he's on track right now, isn't he? I think he might be. Alfie Hell won the BIKC lightweight category in 2023, I think it was. 2-time regional champion, and he's won 2 different categories of regional champions because he stepped up from juniors. So part of the KRT team as well. So again, a lot of those guys actually entering. Welcome, Alfie.
Next out, another SC racing driver. So we've seen a few of these guys. Michael Rayner. So Michael has quite an extensive history here. 83rd in BRKC a couple of years ago, back in 2023. I'm going to avoid reading this paragraph, but in BIKC 2024, came 3rd place in the local final as a heavyweight. In Dunstable, okay, so that was the same one that I did. It's the first time entering BRKC though. So welcome, Michael.
Welcome. Okay. After Michael, we have our Zendori ambassador, Craig Tucker. So kart champs, formerly BIKC, runner-up in 2011. That's a stretch, Craig, come on. You've got to have something a bit more recent than that. He's a BIKC finalist in 2020, there we go. So he's obviously still racing and mostly focusing on his brand that he is kindly helping us with.
When you pulled him out, I thought his name was Zenduri Ambassador, and that would completely be believable amongst this.
But welcome back, Craig, for his, I think, 6th, 7th BRKC maybe now? I think he's done quite a few, hasn't he?
Okay, my next driver. Oh, they've used emojis. This is good.
Oh,
They
haven't
have
seen
in
this
colour
one.
here. Cathal Clark, or I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. It doesn't have a pronunciation guide for your name, but Cathal Clark, Miami Euro Series champion 2020. Now, you tend to find most BRKC drivers are rental kart specialists. Extremely quick, but they specialise in this form of racing, whether it's indoor or outdoor, normally in Honda-powered rental cars. It's quite rare to see drivers like an IAME Euro Series champion. So this is going to be interesting to see what they think here. Vice IAME Euro Series champion in 2023 and third in the world, apparently, in that category. So an independent driver with no team there at the moment. Yep. But we've got owner driver, very high level driver.
It's funny, isn't it? Because you see quite a lot of Club 100 champions and experts coming in and actually struggling to adapt to something which should technically be somewhat slower and easier, but it's a different game sometimes. So
definitely not easier.
No, it's a lot closer. It's a different sport. Next up, we have another BIKC champion. This is the beauty of that is getting lots of champions from other series, and we have Bobby McGurr. So he won BIKC in 2023, and he changed categories into the adult category last year, and he finished second behind the guy that was actually the local to the grand final. So lots of experience, and he's a front runner at Club 100. I believe he won the Club 100 championship. So Club 100 champion as well. There we go. So one to watch. Team BSR. Any juicy heats yet?
Next up, from the Unthinkables, it is Gary Jones. So Gary was 3 times BRKC Masters category. So we don't have many separate categories in BRKC, but one of them is the over 40s category, and Gary has won that 3 times, which means he's at least 43, isn't it? It's the highest BRKC finish he got was 17th in 2017, and he was the Kart Sport champion in 2012. Again, stretching it a bit now, Gary. We should have just stuck with the BRKC Master champions.
But I think he's probably the most hardest person to beat for that Masters trophy, isn't he? Because he seems to be the front runner for it. So anyone over 40, is that correct? Over 40 is
40 and over.
If you're over 40, please step forward, let us know, because Gary needs a challenger.
Well, I might step. I'll be 40 next year, so maybe I'll step back.
Good God!
Just for that, I'll just be me versus Gary.
I'm 30 this year, so even I felt. Oh, sorry, Brad. Next up, we have a big name. Now, this heat's already pretty tasty. We have Iliano De Vos. So finished 3rd overall last year in BRKC. He was a part of the Blue Star team that won the team championship. He finished as vice champion in the German Indoor Karting Championship and has won multiple other events, sharing the podiums with Blue Star at 24 hours and things like that. So yeah, a big name. Welcome back.
Okay, not a lot of information for this driver, but we've got the team manager here, so he can tell us. Driver from BSR Grey, ? It's Tyler Mays. Club 100 is what his history is, and BRKC 12th. A man of few words. Any other descriptors for Tyler? No.
Team boss, everyone.
Not very well known.
But he's a formidable outdoor karter, and he's done a lot of Club 100.
Extensive BRKC
He's stepping
history.
into SRK, and he's done fairly well off the bat straight on his debut season. So yeah, welcome back, Tyler.
Always nice to see Tyler.
And we are now going to take a pause. So I believe
one more.
Oh, one more. There we go. One more to go, and it's a good shake.
I believe we're going to hear some words from last year's champion, our reigning champion. Is that what we're going to do in the break?
Shall we let him have a few moments?
Yeah.
I feel like he deserves it. He's done something somewhat achievable by winning this. The final driver for the first half of this stream, we have Tristan Lloydell. Multiple podiums at BRKC, major success in outdoor karting events. He's also been teammates with Aidan Kennedy, I think Anton Schoppler in the past, Mason Brown when they've raced. They're part of the USA team. And also done a lot of victories at, funnily enough, Victory Lane Karting. So, welcome Tristan. I'm glad we've
go
got
there one day.
We do.
I hear a lot about that track.
Well, they had the Kart World Championship hosted at their track, and I think that's what made these guys kind of come onto the scene. So, we're glad you made it out of all of the Americans.
So that's our first 50 drivers, and now we're going to listen to some words from our champion from last year, multiple champion now, Sean Briley.
Good. So far so good.
Yeah.
It's nice because you're taking the reins a bit, I can chill out.
It's quite nice that I'm not having to race anyone. I'm like, I'm not racing you either.
Oh, here we go.
Sorry?
I want to watch this.
But you know what he's thinking? Oh no, I've got Lewis Manley twice. So.
Exactly. I know what he's thinking my next deal is.
I don't actually know what he's saying. Can we turn it on?
You need to fill that time, and it feels like it goes very quickly every year. How do I feel about the competition and rivalries? I think, same as I do every year, I'm terrified. I genuinely drive myself to win, but very rarely do I think that's actually going to get pulled off. I think the non-British drivers have always been a huge threat for us. They were something we'd all sit back and go, wow. Hi everyone, my name is Sean Riley. I'm a British driver and I've been racing for about 14 years. I've been asked to do a little video for the BRKC, answer a few questions. So I've got the questions down there, I'm going to look at them every now and then. I'd say my biggest karting achievement has to be BRKC. I'd say the 2022 when I won held a lot of emotions for me and didn't think I'd do it again. And fortunately I got a second chance. It came back round last year. I'd say it's probably my biggest achievement because it's the first competition I ever raced in since Brad Philpott invited me to join. I'd never done competitive racing before, and it was really the thing I was desperate to win. I came second a couple of times in the early years when we were outdoors. Never got close indoors for a while, and it just started falling into place a bit for me recently. What do I love most about BRKC? I'd say it's the same thing that everyone says. There's no competition like it where everyone comes together, where it's as much about the friendship, catching up, conversations, watching the races together, especially when there's such a potential big gap between some of the races. You need to fill that time, and it feels like it goes very quickly every year. How do I feel about the competition and rivalries? I think, same as I do every year, I'm terrified. I genuinely drive myself to win, but very rarely do I think that's actually going to get pulled off. I think the non-British drivers have always been a huge threat for us. They were something we'd all sit back and go, wow, oh my gosh, I'm never going to be that good. Bit by bit, the British drivers have caught up with all the practice that we put in over the years, and then they come around and smash us in about 2 days. But nowadays I genuinely feel like we've got we've got a stronger pool of British drivers than we used to. It's the same pool of drivers. I just think we've got a lot better and we've caught up. And this surface at BRKC is not one that you can find that easily in other countries. They tend to drive on tarmac or much grippier surfaces in general. So yeah, I genuinely feel like the competition is stronger this year again. Rivalries, Sam Slater. I mean, he's just annoying, really. He keeps getting quicker, and it's kind of annoying me. What advice would I give to a rookie? It's the same advice I give to non-rookies, and that is qualifying. People underestimate time and time again how important it is. And when you go out for your free practice session or any other practice sessions you've booked, the first thing you should do is make sure lap 2, so not the out lap, but lap 2, you give yourself clean space, having no idea what the kart's going to be like, and you put in the best lap you can, and then you look at everyone else and you make sure you're top of that leaderboard. Because at the end of the day, you can get really good with the kart, or the kart can come into its own towards the end, but you're the fastest at the end and you're 7th, 8th fastest on that second lap. I promise you're not going to get much higher than about 4th or 5th in the race. So really, really try and max out the kart before you know what it's like. And really focus. There's 2 very helpful boards around. One just past the marshal's post and the other along the back straight. And I promise you, I look at that every single lap because I need to know exactly what everyone's doing. And people always say, you focus on your own race, and you absolutely should. But in a race like this, where you have pit stops, where you're trying to monitor it, it's super important to make sure that you know what's going on around, so you can plan your pit stop correctly, and that you go out there and, especially in practice, see how you compare on a hot lap against the others. There's no shame in being 7th or 8th fastest on that second lap if you're looking at it, because the next time you go out for practice, you can go out and end up 5th fastest, then 4th fastest, then 3rd fastest. But qualifying, it's so hard to overtake. You can do dive bombs. Most of the overtaking gets done in the pits. So the qualifying is everything. How would I describe BRKC in 3 words? That's a good one. I mean, first and foremost, it's enjoyable. It really is. And I think if, we aren't paid drivers, this is a weekend for us. Most of us have to go to work, or others back to school for the youngsters. So if you're not enjoying yourself, I mean, what are you doing? Challenging for sure, and it's not just challenging on track with a pool of drivers, but it's January, it's cold. Formula Fast have put up the walls now. It used to just be a banister overlooking and with 2 tiny bits of fire lamps for warmth. But it's challenging to make sure you have that energy throughout, make sure you have that focus throughout, and make sure that you are watching every race, whether you're doing it via your phone if you've gone off to grab some food, or watching it live. And I will say this though, for the 3rd word, that camaraderie, it's more for those, and this is why I encourage people to join a team, because it's camaraderie to help each other. I still help Sam Slater, he still helps me. And last year we finished 1-2 and we weren't on the same team, but it didn't stop us helping each other. And realistically, we all want to improve. So yeah, I think those are my 3. The last question I've got here is a shout out. I'd say probably to Ruben Boutons, or Boutons, apologies. But yeah, Ruben, he's, so I mean, I've done every single, I'm the last driver to actually do every single BRKC race there's ever been. But Ruben's done every single indoor one and has won 6 of those, I believe. And even when he hasn't won, and especially in the last couple of years, when some marshal decisions have gone against him, or he hasn't had the right cards, he still turns up every single time and is just a terrifying person to face. His consistency, I mean, first and foremost, his qualifying is brilliant, but the scariest part about him is that he only gets quicker after that. A lot of us do qualifying and then we're worried about the race, and Ruben just gets quicker and quicker and quicker each lap, and then he keeps bringing along these younger drivers who are rapid as well, like Vika, like Eliano. And this year I think I've seen Rico, so welcome to the BRKC, Rico. It's good to see you finally here. And I think we should all be on the lookout. But I remember the 2022 final, my first title, it was myself, then Lewis Manley, and Ruben finished 3rd, but he qualified 9th, I believe. And I rewatched that race a lot to see what he did, because he only ended up a couple of seconds off us. And I maintain what I said in the interview, that if he'd started higher up, I'd have been in real trouble. And looking back at it, if he had started higher up, I don't believe I would have got that title that year. So yeah, and final thing is everyone who's competing, first timers, return drivers, just go out, have some fun, and I look forward to seeing you all in January.
Yet to come out the bag, isn't it? So
Sean and a couple of
Over
the
to you.
drivers he mentioned, like Ruben. So next up we've got Arthur Langley. So Arthur was 25th in Club 73 a couple of years ago. He's a member of the Kinetica racing team, so that's who he's competing with this year. Oh, and I'll be racing against Arthur this season in the Access Karting 100 UK Championship. So I'll be racing TKM against Arthur. I was actually talking to him earlier on today, so looking forward to that. Good luck, Arthur.
I'm getting told no sound, sorry guys. Oh, it's back now. Cool, there we go. So that was Arthur Langley, was it?
Yeah.
Arthur Langley that just got pulled out the bag. Brad was very kindly telling us he's racing him this season in what again was it?
100 UK.
100 UK. Yeah. So in case you missed that. Next name out the bag. So driver number 51, 52, is it? 52. We have Rico Harbosch. And world champion in 2016. I think he actually got the world championship title before Ruben Beltons did. I think Ruben won it immediately after him, but yeah, so in 2016 he was also the junior 2017 and 2018 Polish champion. I might have got those the wrong way around, sorry, but in Poland he was 2020, 2022 and 2023 champion. He's won a lot.
Yeah.
He's very quick and he's from Talent Factory. One to watch. Second ever BRKC, right? He came quite a while back and yeah, haven't seen him since.
Okay, so next out on the BSR team is a driver that I don't recognise the name of, which is unusual for a BSR driver. It's Edgar Azevedo. He was the BIKC national finalist last year, 2024, regional finalist 2023, and a DMAX Super Champs winner in 2024. So clearly very, very fast. I should have heard of him. This is why you're the driver liaison, Sam, because you know people. You've got the finger on the pulse.
Edgar's actually quite new to the BSR, so for myself personally, I don't know too much about Edgar, but yeah, he's the latest addition. Is he not, Brad? Yeah. So. And I think he was the last one to enter BRKC. So yeah, welcome Edgar. This is already a spicy heat. Are we on the same heat here? We are Heat 6. Is that right? So going up against Rico in this heat, we have Max Optenkamp, PIKC champion in 2024, German indoor karting champion junior 2023, third in Kart World Championship juniors. Talent Factory, so that's two Talent Factory top front running drivers, both in the same heat. I hope to God I'm not pulled in this next heat.
Maybe it's you. Who have we got? It's not. It's Charles Decline or Decline.
Charles Decline.
Yeah. 7th in the German Indoor Kart Championship and a semi-finalist at the Kart World Championship twice. Another Talent Factory driver.
Is it? No way. Yeah.
This is stacked. And if these are all in the same heat, then they'll be taking points
horrible,
away from each
horrible
other
loss
for
of
the team
points.
championship. So a little bit unlucky there.
Yeah. I'm just going to give these a bit of a mix again. Now all we need to do is pull Ruben and Sean and myself and make this a tasty heat. Well, here's another tasty name, Selena Balnego. Talent Factory number 4.
Is this
all 4 Talent Factories in the same heat?
Is it Selena's first BRKC after her injury?
I believe it is, yeah. So Selena a while back actually had a broken wrist and that paused her racing for a little bit. But going back, I think it was 3 years ago now, she won all 4 of her heats here at BRKC. And that's insane. You know, we don't see that very often. So absolutely one to watch. Welcome back, Selena. She was the KWC Female World Champion more than any other woman, I believe, as well.
Okay, someone here that has quite a lot of history. BSR Orange driver is Seb Miller. Sebastian Miller, who has SRK round wins. He was a BRKC Grand Finalist last year and came 4th. So absolutely rapid at Formula Fast and other tracks. Obviously, it's relevant. It's here.
SRK front runner. He's done tons of national events this year. So yeah, racking up the experience and one to watch.
He's either going to take a bunch of points away from those other teams or lose a bunch of points of BSR in that race. We'll find out soon.
I can see team boss Bradley Shepherd in the audience here is wincing at that one. Next up we have Calum Beddoe, the only 90 kg plus driver to make the junior BIKC national finals. That's actually quite impressive. The junior category would be a lot of 40 to 60 kilogram drivers, and he's 90 and he's in that, and he's managed to qualify, so fair play. Top 10 UK BSKC team, fastest heavyweight at Lakeside Karting. So welcome Calum, good luck.
My next driver out doesn't have a team. They would pay for the European KWC qualifiers with their prize money, and their name is James Miller. So James Miller's next. Northern Rental Kart League P5 overall. The Grampian Kart Club Rental Kart Championship vice champion. That's a mouthful, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
And 3-time British Indoor Kart Championship national finalist. So someone with a very good CV. Does it match up to those that he's going to have to compete against?
Is this the last space in this juicy heat?
I think that's the last one now. This is Heat 7.
So this is now Heat 7, we're safe. We're good.
Okay.
There we go.
I'm safe in all of them.
Yeah, you're okay. Yeah, I think Sean, Ruben, myself. There's got to be some other big names out there that I haven't seen yet. But who have we got? Aaron Mitchell-Begley. So BIKC Regional Champion in 2024, BIKC Local Champion 2024, and also second in the SRK1 Challenger class in SRK this year. Sorry? Prize money. Here we go. Trip to Nürburgring with the boys. But especially a big expensive gift from my girlfriend Mia Rogers. Aww.
That's very sweet.
Cute. I have a feeling that Mia's the one that put that in there, you know.
Oh. Right, next up, someone without a lot of information on here, but a lot of history. It's Matthias Mattis. And hang on, the correct pronunciation is apparently Mateusz Mattis. Okay, I wasn't that far off. BRKC heat wins and a semi-finalist in BRKC. Yeah. And a lot more that we don't have written down here, I'm sure. So, Matthias, welcome back.
I believe Polish, fast Polish guy.
Yes.
Yeah. If I'm wrong, I only apologise. Okay. Next up, joining Matthias, we have Carl Stevens from the Unthinkables. And with his prize money, would like a new steering wheel and pedals to upgrade his very basic sim rig. Okay. Other than that, I got nothing else. But Carl was a front runner here at the local members' night. So yeah, he's a good fast lad.
That's the first simulator-based prize money
that we've seen. Yeah.
That we've seen. Okay, a Talent Factory driver, ? So not quite sure. They want to finally get their helmet painted if they win, and it's Bran van der Einde. That's how you pronounce that, isn't it?
Young lad. He did BRKC last year actually, and I think he accelerated as the heats went on. So I don't know if he had enough practice. He showed up with very little practice.
At least he's done it before now. He came 3rd in the rookie class at Spa 24 Hours. He's the junior European champion in FK Formula Karting.
Formula Karting,
in 2023.
European Championship. Yeah.
And he came. This is an unusual stat to have on here. 2nd place in the 24 hours of Agadir in Morocco.
Wow.
So there we go.
Yeah, that's out of
It's not a track I've been to.
area. Well, welcome back, Brent. Now we have Josh Ostick. So made the top 60 at BRKC 2023. Also participated in the French Rental Kart Championship in 2023 and a few lap records at local tracks. So from Team Stag Racing.
Okay, next up, I'm going to use the pronunciation guide that's been given to me here. Shimon Vengzin. That's probably not how I would have said it if I'd read the actual word. Shimon Vengzin, first place in the Swedish Rental Kart Championship 2023, which is, again, no mean feat.
Yeah.
Second in the Polish Indoor Championship in 2023. So, very, very fast driver, and that's all I know about them.
Yeah. Welcome. And I think possibly his first BRKC. Yeah. So it could be good to see how he gets on. This is one of the many European names that scare us. I'll let you do this one.
Oh, okay. It's Sam Slater.
Hey.
Oh, let's hear all about this bandit. Right. So Sam, you wrote this yourself, didn't you? Because this is written
No,
in
not at
Biro.
all. If it says I'm the winner of everything, it's not me,
So,
I promise.
He came second overall in BRKC 2024. He's the Mighty Mini champion in 2024, so in car racing. Sam has a car racing background as well. He's the 3 times British Indoor Kart Championship champion. That's the one that's not quite as good as the British Rental Kart champions, isn't it? So that's still very good, though. I'd still take that.
Funny you say that, because there's multiple BIKC champions that have all said they would trade all their titles to win this once.
There we go. Well, it's from the horse's mouth.
I'm one of them.
And 3 times Southern Rental Kart champion. So you've done everything in the British rental karting scene, and just not quite won BRKC. So I know it's on your
second's pretty damn close. So
Yeah.
I'm coming for you, Sean.
and in Team BSR Orange. So
Yeah.
so good luck, Sam.
Joining Lewis with
How
the
does that-
endless podium.
How's that look for you
Well,
with the heats?
let's have a look. What was the heat looking like? Can we draw some nicer names now? Is that all right? How are we looking?
Oh, it's actually my turn, isn't it, to draw one
Yeah,
out? So.
you can carry on. That's okay. Yeah, we're okay with that.
Okay, Adam Sheargold is next up. Another driver who said he'd get a new helmet and get it painted. From Hack Racing, he was 12th in BRKC 2023, which is really high. He was 3rd in the featherweights class of the British Indoor Kart Championship back in 2020, and he's been vice champion in Club 100 as well. So Adam Sheargold, welcome back.
I think they are HAC Racing, yes, which we've got. Good. Right. Next up. I feel like you've been hogging it now, Brad.
Yeah, sorry.
Another BSR driver in this one. We have from GX UK Racing and multiple BIKC driver, Russell Endy. Has made the final here once before, I believe, although I can't remember what year that was. A few years ago. He's now joined BSR this year, so welcome, Russell.
Yeah, I was racing against Russell all last year, 2024.
In fact, he also made the BIKC national final as well.
Next up, from BSR Black, we've got Ben Frankham. Ben was the 2020 Castle Combe Junior Champion. 2022, he was the SRK Junior Indoor Challenge Champion. Obviously, indoor is very relevant to being here at BRKC. And he came 35th in 2024, so narrowly missing out on the semi-finals last year here at Formula Fast. So again, another driver who would spend his money, if he won, on a custom paint job for his helmet.
There we go. I think he's currently donning the white helmet, so yeah, I'm sure he would love a custom one. Next one up, we have Kobe Koslet, 7 times Castle Combe Karting Championship podium winner, SRK podium runner-up, 2024 Pro Kart runner-up for our owner Kart Endurance. So from BLR, very close to BSR, that one.
Next up, Rob Johnson. Independent driver who wants to spend his money on a nice family holiday if he wins. He came 46th in BRKC 2024, did the British Indoor Kart Championship National Final in 2022, and was 5th in Rapid Kart 2 years ago in 2023. So welcome Rob Johnson, welcome back I should say, and he's a driver who's already proven he can be in the top half of the grid at BRKC. I'm sure he'll move forward this year.
All right. Next up we have Ben Paynes from Club 73. He's had Pro Class Championship victory in 2023. in BIKC, made the national final for the first year in 2024 as well. And he's put his prize money down to spending on new helmet design as well as a holiday from KRT. I think he's the Connecticut racing team manager, I believe. So all the KRT guys, I think Ben is the guy that runs them.
Sam, I want to point out that Phoebe isn't very happy because you've got the Saturday 10 p.m. race slot.
Past her bedtime, yeah.
So.
Well, I'm very sorry. It's all right. Oh, was he? Oh, okay, interesting.
My next driver from KRT North
There's
is
a lot of
Ross
KRT in this
Honeyman. So Ross Honeyman was 4th in the BIKC National Finals, 1st in the regionals, I don't know what year, and came 4th overall in the Northern Rental Kart League. And another driver who would paint their helmet if they won the prize.
Is anyone going to put anything else?
It's about the right cost though, isn't it? £1,000 you get a really nice helmet paint job.
Yeah. You never asked me what I would spend the money on.
Oh, I didn't.
No. What do you think? Take a guess.
You would buy Phoebe something really nice.
Good answer, and that was exactly what I was going to say because she's watching. Next up, oh thank God we're on the next heat. Ruben Boutons.
But it's Boutons. Don't worry about how he says it's supposed to be pronounced. It's always been Boutons.
We've called Ruben Boutons for what, 6 years?
We said it wrong since the inception of BRKC.
And then
not going to change now.
I'm pretty sure, Ruben, you posted a video up onto Facebook one day, and then we heard you pronounce your own name as Boutons, and ever since then we all felt like idiots. So we apologise for the many years of that. One of the most decorated, is that what you put?
Yeah, one of the most decorated rental kart drivers of all time. I think that's probably accurate.
Where do you start? 6 times? 7 times?
I've lost count. How many times has Ruben won BRKC?
Six-time BRKC champion, the most
he hasn't even won it
successful.
7 times. Rubbish.
The most successful driver in the grid at BRKC.
How many world championships has he won?
2 world titles.
How many other national championships has he won? Probably too many to count.
I think his list is something like 4 pages long. He's won multiple national events, Polish championship multiple times. He's done a lot. So
and it feels like before and after every one of those, he's gone and also done a marathon, or won some other massive life accolade. So Ruben is a machine.
And I think, in all honesty, like Sean said earlier on, Ruben is the one that we all aim to beat.
Yeah.
In a nice way. So welcome back, Ruben. We're glad you're here.
From BSR Black, we have Christopher Ball, who was 2nd in BIKC 2023 and has won rounds at SRK.
Nice.
And another driver who would spend his money on a helmet if he won. So
well, it's funny that because he told us recently that he was quite happy with this helmet. I think he would just update get a brand new one with the exact same design. So boring if you ask me. Next up we have, so joining Ruben and Chris in this heat, we have Jamie Burke, BIKC regional champion, multiple podiums at BRKC heats, BPEC driver, and from Team Stag Racing.
Ian 50 in the chat asked if we're going to do Grid Girls this year. No, because it's not 1984.
Pretty sure.
We're a modern progressive championship.
We could have Grid Bradley Philpotts.
Next up, we've got a driver I definitely wouldn't want to compete against. It's from BSR Black, this driver, and it's Dante Dillon. So Dante is multiple, I don't even need to read the list for this, multiple champion in various series, and obviously British Indoor Kart Championship being one of those. Heat winner at BRKC. Has he ever made the final of BRKC, Dante?
Finished
almost
11th or 12th one year.
Won in Club 100. He's like the face of Daytona karting in those their videos.
Yes, I believe so.
Won almost everything there is to win in UK rental karting. Not quite BRKC yet though, and I know he's here tonight practicing to try and make that a reality.
Absolutely want to watch that, isn't he? Because he's won so much of other stuff. But it's funny because we just pulled Chris Ball before him, and I believe I'm going to point him out now. Chris Ball said to us earlier on that he wants to race Dante. There you go, Chris. Good luck. Now, joining them both, we have Matthew Clark from Cov Kart. He won the O Plate in 2017. 2023, the Rugby Kart Sprint Championship runner-up, and he's also had the Privateer runner-up title for NRKL this year. And for the prize money, he says, I've got to win it first.
Yep, it's true.
Can't argue with that.
It is very, very true. Next out. Oh, okay, I've got one of the difficult ones. No team. He wants a £1,000 breakfast after race day if he wins. He's going to really be celebrating.
That's the best one
with a full English. His name is Pongrach Bartha. Pongrach Bartha, I don't recognise the name, but he's multiple Hungarian championship race winner, Sodi World Series finalist, and 2025. 20 World Series finalist 2025. So I imagine that's a series that is about to have its
happen,
finals.
I would have thought.
And was a semi-finalist in the ICRKC, CRKC.
CRKC, which is the Czech rental car championship. I think.
Okay, that makes sense.
In 2023, I don't know if that was a thing. But
Welcome to BRKC. I think that's first-time driver.
Yeah, it sounds like it. So we haven't got many left now. What are we on? 78. We haven't yet pulled Sean. This would be great.
Whoa.
If this was Sean, this would be great. Jonathan Wilson. He has had a pole position start at BRKC. He's also won heats. Club 100 C3 champion and Croc heavyweight vice champion and a third place in 2024. Quite a renowned heavyweight driver in the UK scene of Paragon Racing. So welcome, Jonathan.
And obviously one of the things that BRKC does is effectively merge drivers who would normally be in heavyweights and lightweights or middleweights into one category with our 90 kilogram minimum for everyone.
None of this lightweight, middleweight, heavyweight nonsense. It's everyone's on
Everyone
fair
races,
game.
everyone.
That's good.
Next out, it's Jamie Shearman Chase. So Jamie Shearman Chase would spend his prize money on car insurance because it's a rip-off.
Oh, there we go,
nowadays.
that's the one.
From KRT Midland, he was a national finalist in the British Indoor Kart Championship for the last 3 years. So obviously a very strong driver in a sustained way. Came third overall in BIKC in 2023, which again is very, very difficult to do. And also came third in EKS, but I don't know what that is. So
That's the Elite Karting Series, yeah.
okay.
Okay. I think we had someone in the chat asking where all the EKS drivers were. Well, there you go. There is one.
And hi to Kai Racing in the chat.
Are we still on the same heat as... are we on the new heat now? Yeah, because we've had a big name here. Tomek Brudanowski. Polish, German and Swedish junior champion. He has won 3 different national titles as a junior driver, a part of the Blue Star Racing team. And his prize money, I think we should hold him to this, I will donate to Cool Bear Racing Team.
Oh, okay.
That's nice, I like that.
Very nice. Maybe they're paying for his entry.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah. Well done, Tomek. Good luck.
Okay, my next driver, an independent, is Hayden Harris. So Hayden did the British 24 Hours in 2023 and 2024. He competed in BIKC in 2020, 2021 and 2024 and has done multiple rental car hire championships, Warden Law and NRG. Another driver who would spend his money on a helmet and design. So there we go.
Don't know why you're even still saying these now.
Yeah.
Just assume that they're all going to do it. Right. Are there any names that you want to pull out yet that you haven't pulled out? I mean, we've got the obvious one of Sean, but... I think
No.
Well, we have Joe Peters. Joe Peters was a BIKC top 10 finisher, 3 times national finalist, BRKC top 40 finisher, and I think he wants to spend his prize money on more beer for the weekend.
Oh, nice.
One of the
this is different.
one of the Ratio Drag boys. So
After the racing's finished.
representing
Right.
Wales.
We've got a BSR driver, I see that straight away. SRK champion of 2022 and got a podium at BIKC in 2021. It's Neil Durant. And how do you say it? Is it Durant or Durant?
Durant.
Durant, that's how I would have said it. Yeah.
And Neil...
I've always said it right then, that's good.
Yeah, well, Neil's eligible for the Masters champion, so this could be
that's
someone
hot
to
enough.
challenge.
Sorry, Gary.
And I think Neil should fare very well if he puts his mind to it. So good luck, Neil. Am I go? Yep. Let's have a little
Our
look.
live audience doesn't look very big at the moment, does it? Everyone's watching on the TV screen.
And a lot of the guys are actually out racing and practicing on track right now. So I think there's 36 people here or something
Kai
tonight.
asks, before you read that one out, is there a junior championship next year? No, there simply isn't time. There's barely enough time to do the championship as it is. And so the age limit, unless it's changed since I was away for the last year, is 14. So 14 up, we're getting a nod from Phil.
Yep.
So we've kind of got a junior element because you don't have to be an adult to race. You just can't be kind of cadet age to race. So 14 and upwards, there's no upper limit there.
No, it's more of a safety thing, isn't it? Because the karts can only take so much ballast in them, and obviously the drivers themselves have to be a
we get
reasonable
much younger
weight.
than that.
Yeah, and it tends to be 14-year-olds that can get.
But the
that
main
weight.
thing is there's just not enough time to do any more races.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean that weight was recently reduced because I think it used to be 15, 16. It's now 14. So yeah, good. I was kind of hoping I wouldn't pull this name out of the bag because I have no idea how to pronounce this one. It was Hygo Soshtoboga.
Oh, right, now I think some of those letters have been
Tibor?
cut off.
Okay,
I think it's
fine.
Shaigo Sush Tibor Gabor. Yeah, Tibor Gabor. Saigo Sush Tibor Gabor. I think that's it.
Do you know what? I'm not even going to try and
It was just too long to fit in the space that was on here. so
Mr.
some of the
Tibor
letters-
Gabor, I'm going to say. So
What's
he
their history?
top 10 in the CRKC, which I think was the Czech Rental Kart Championship. Fact check for someone, please. SRKC, the Swedish Championship, also in the top 10. He was 9th. And then the Polish Championship finished in the top 20. He was 18th. And he would spend the prize money on national and international competitions. So, sorry for absolutely butchering your name.
We tried.
I mean,
It's
you
his
tried.
fault for having a really long name. So, next up, why can't we? He should be called Tom Smith or something that we can. That's right. A driver with no team who would spend their money on more karting, sponsored by beautiful bathrooms. It's 3 times British indoor kart champion Charlie Ratford, another driver who's here practicing tonight. He was the Brentwood karting champion. He was the Daniel Ricciardo series karting champion, and he's also won multiple races here at BRKC. And I also know, I hope this isn't a secret because I'm about to reveal it, he's racing cars this year as well. So Charlie, absolutely rapid young driver, and he is again someone I would not want to have to face if I was racing in BRKC.
Yeah. And what's the Czech? Yeah, good. Sorry, we just had confirmation that CRKC is the Czech Rental Kart Championship. All right, so next up, are we still on Heat 9 or are we in a new Heat? Still Heat 9. Joining those names that we've had so far, Sean Brierley,
There we go.
the 2-time BRKC champion, reigning champion from 2024. And he's going to be scanning through his heats now to make sure he's not racing me, because he hates racing me and I love that. Welcome back, Sean.
Impressive, he fluked it twice, isn't it?
It is quite
What are the
impressive, isn't it? Well, he's actually joined, or rejoined, should I say, because he stepped away for a sponsor race with M4M, didn't he, briefly. He's now back with BSR, so Sean and I are now teammates. It should be fun.
That's a formidable team. Someone without a team, apparently, is Thomas Wiltshire. So Thomas came 6th place in Polish Indoor Kart Championship in one of the races, was a national finalist in British Indoor Kart Championship, and got the 5th fastest lap overall at BRKC last year. Wow. So obviously has a turn of speed, Thomas.
Yeah, he also is part of the Ratio Drag group, so I believe he will likely be racing for them if they don't have the full team already. So we don't have many left, Brad, not too many to go. As we build into Heat 10 now, so we have, starting off Heat 10, round 1, Harley Smith. He's had 2 SRK category wins, 1 SRK pole position, and 1 GX UK novice win. So you probably raced him there, I imagine. Again, prize money. What do you think it is, Brad?
It's going to be a helmet.
It's a new helmet.
A new helmet.
New helmet. And he's from the KRT South team.
Next up. From BLR, again, a team I'm not very familiar with, it's Ben Luff. So Ben was the lightweight finalist in the British Indoor Kart Championship in 2023, a Dutch International Kart Championship driver. I hope that doesn't mean champion, otherwise I'm doing him a disservice. And was in the BIKC Regionals last year, 2024. So he will put the money back into racing in Europe this year.
Good.
So serious driver wanting to move.
I mean, a lot of these drivers that want to learn and get better, they have to spend more money on doing more events, don't they? And I've just noticed a lovely comment from Sean Brierley in the chat. He is racing me at 10 p.m. on Saturday. You have your wish, Sean. We will have that rematch for the 3rd year in a row, or whatever it is now. Next up, we have Gabriel Quinta. So GIKC, he's raced in, semi-finalist. Polish Indoor Kart Championship as well. Finished 65th, which I think was 1 position away from the semi-final. And he's also made the national final in BIKC as well, part of BSR. I believe he'll
what
be...
will he spend his money on?
Oh, let's have a look. Custom racing helmet.
A custom racing helmet. I love it.
Do you know we should just change the prize to a custom helmet?
This is telling me that a helmet painting service should look to sponsor BRKC, because there's some ripe customers here for it.
Hint.
Okay, an independent driver who would spend his money on FIFA points, which is a definite. I don't even know what that is. Is that a computer game thing? It's Conrad Bilak. Conrad Bilak, he made it to the final of the PCC in 2023.
I don't know what that is.
And that's
PCC?
all we have for him. So,
Interesting.
welcome, Conrad, and I hope you get all those FIFA points.
Good luck on the FIFA grind. I like that. I'm being told that the Saturday, 10 p.m. Saturday heat is a death heat. So we'll have a little good. We've only got a few left. We'll have a good look at the heats in a moment and make some wild
predictions.
Oh, I can't pronounce this. Next up, we have Melu Dicker Hopkins.
That was all right.
Hopkins.
That'll do.
Yep. Third place after a whole season of Formula karting in heavyweights. Decent lap times and races at DIKC and GIKC, but 7 kilos too heavy. I like that. And nothing on the team or what you would spend the prize money on, but I would assume it would be a new helmet.
Yeah,
so
probably.
Welcome. New to
The odds
BRKC.
are that's what it would be. Okay, from KRT North team, we've got Danny Hale. So twice a British Indoor Kart Championship national finalist. He's got lap records at 5 different indoor tracks. Very competitive in Club 100, he says.
Yes.
Sponsored by Hydrocart. So
I think he was pole position in one of his 2 groups at the BIKC Grand National Final this year as well. So didn't win it, but was at the front. So good.
I definitely recognise that name.
Yeah. We're down to a few more.
I hope there's the right number left. We should have
We've
5 names that
5
haven't
names
been read out.
remaining.
Is that right?
Now we have Anton Schoppler,
Know that one.
one of the USA boys. I think it's only 2 of them this year. Normally there's sort of 4 or 6 of them, but he hasn't got anything on his racing history, but we know him from making the semi-final here last year. 13th last year again. Lewis, you're like a
Encyclopedic knowledge.
That's the word I was
BRKC.
looking for.
Perfect, having Lewis.
And if he won the prize, I'd probably pay for my flight home because he's.
Otherwise, he's trapped here.
So I kind of hope he wins now. Otherwise, it would go towards moving into owner karting or into my education. Now I really want him to win. Welcome back, Anton. Good to have you, mate.
I'm very wholesome. Next up, I'm going to guess it's Theo Rafter. It might be Theo Rafter.
I believe,
It could
yeah.
be any variation of those. Theo has won the British Indoor Kart Championship regional and local finals and got to the national finals in 2024, and it was his first year of kart racing. Also won the Hereford Junior Championship and also driving for Ratio Drag.
Yeah, I think they must have 2 teams because I'm seeing that quite a lot now. Good. Down to driver 98, I think.
Yeah.
Another Ratio Drag team member. So Luke Evans. In 2022, it was the National Kart Cup Championship. He was 3rd. In 2022, he was 3rd in BIKC, so made the national final podium. And in 2018, he was a Welsh champion. No actual extra details on that, but I believe that was some owner kart racing of some kind. Yeah, welcome back, Luke.
Right, let's mix up these final 2.
Come on.
We're
Give us a good one.
The picture is nearly complete.
Yeah, 1 left.
And this driver is Kieran Kennis. So Kieran was a semi-finalist in the German Indoor Kart Championship last year, 2024. He was a semi-finalist in the DRKC, which is Danish Rental Kart Championship,
so. Yep.
and was also a top 16 driver in the DIKC. Now, that one I'm not sure which one that is. Is that Danish
Dutch.
Indoor or
I think
Dutch
it's
Indoor
the
Kart
Dutch
Championship?
Indoor Kart Championship.
Someone can correct
That's
us
a new
there.
one, I think, isn't it?
Okay.
2024? Yeah, that's new.
But was at the front in several national championships there last year, so recently. So welcome, Kieran, and that's all we know about Kieran. Apart from, we also know which heats they're in.
Good. Right, next up, and the final driver, this will be driver 100, and I'll be entering into Heat 1 now, is Zemot Vit Veira.
Finishing on a high here.
Love that. I can't pronounce it, but I love that. He has a winner in SWS International Finals in Genk, in junior category. He's a winner at PIKC, CRKC, SRKC. These are mouthfuls.
There's so many.
So many of them. And many, many more in those exact words. Independent driver, so no team. Welcome, first time here, I believe, and good luck. And that concludes 100 names.
So let's just show everyone how the grids stack up, and feel free to post in the chat if there's any races there which you think are particularly difficult. I wouldn't want to be in any of them, really. I mean,
Well,
I'd
it's a
love
good
to
thing
be,
you're not,
but I'd be
right?
frightened to be in any
Do you want
of
to
them.
swap?
No, no. So round 4, heat 8, Lewis is telling us, is one to look at. So
Just waiting for my thing to update.
Yeah,
So round 4,
let's have a
heat
look.
8, we have Zach Venn, Pudlick, Manley, Vika Sletch, Tyler Mays, Chris Ball, Sean Briley, that's tasty.
Yeah, that's a pretty
Nicky
difficult
Dolan,
one.
Carl Stevens.
Round 1, heat 6, we're being told.
Round 1,
is
heat
another difficult
6.
one. I mean, again, they're all difficult, but so Tristan Lloydall, Arthur Langley, Rico Harbosh, Edgar Ezeveda,
Max Upton Camp, Charles Decline, Selena St. Miller, that's tough, yeah. Even Tristan Lloydall at the front there as well, we haven't seen. Who else we got?
It's strange feeling sorry for drivers who you know have won multiple championships, but for them a particular heat is looking pretty difficult.
I've got a juicy one here. The Saturday 10 o'clock, round 3, heat 5. James Burgess, Matt Barsh, Sven Hendrickson, Craig Tucker, Charles Decline, Sam Slater, Dante Dillon, Sean Briley, Kieran Kennis, and then our driver 100, which we just had, which I've already forgotten.
Yeah, me too. Oh no, but even if I remembered it, I wouldn't have been able to say it.
That's all right.
Began with a Z.
We'll get, yes, yeah, you're right.
And round 4, heat 8, have we already looked at that? Sean's telling us round 4, heat 8.
Yes, we started with that one. That one was a tough one.
okay.
Are there any others that we're looking at? What about round 4, heat 4? We have Matt Barsh, Iliana De Vos, Matthias Matisse, Ruben Boutens, Charlie Ratford, Anton. So that's a tough heat as well, isn't
I
it?
can't wait to watch some of these. Well, I'm going to be watching all of them from upstairs, listening.
You're
to
going to be
James
analysing them all, aren't you? So
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about what you're planning to do.
Yeah, okay, so my new role for
Brad.
this year, I'm first and foremost going to be watching all the action, so I'm not going to get away from any of the races. I tend to watch them all anyway, even when I'm competing. I'm going to be paying close attention and giving my opinion on the racing incidents. I've got no control over any decisions. I'm very separate from race control, but I'm hopefully going to have a SkyPad style analysis screen. We can look back at some of the things that happened in each of the races, and you guys in the live chat can give me your opinions on what you think happened, who was at fault, and we can have very interesting, juicy discussions about those things. I might even lend a hand to James Ald in the commentary booth if he needs it occasionally. So, there we go. What else do we have before we finish? Because I think we've got a raffle and some prizes to give out.
We do, yes. So
don't
thank
go
you.
anywhere yet.
Yeah, thank you all so far for obviously watching up to this point. Now is not the time to leave though, because you're about to see the extra draw for 2 free prizes. Just to remind you, that was a free entry to the French Rental Kart Championship, which we have a lovely promo video to play you in just a moment. It is taking place on May the 18th at Karting du Belval. Hopefully I've not butchered that name as well. But that's another French rental karting championship. They now have 2. They're splitting to an indoor and an outdoor. This is the outdoor that you can win free entry to. We also have a promo video and a draw for a customised race suit for kart skins, which is it's a growing thing happening at the moment in these national events. They are like an aerodynamic cycle suit which can be fully customised to match your racing suit. Very exciting if you're a vivid hardcore fan of that, getting that extra thousandths of a second going down the straight with no wind drag on your karting suit. This is what you want. A lot of the Blue Star guys, the Talent Factory guys, and some of the national teams have got these. So today, someone's going to win one, which will be quite exciting. And if you never use it, fair enough. At least you won something and you can say you won something. We also, just to confirm, obviously we are partnered with the Kart World Championship. So KWC will be taking place in Germany this year, in Grimma, which will take place on the 29th of July up until the 2nd of August. And the top 3 of BRKC that win will win free entry into KWC. So I think it's time that we play those promos and then we draw some names, because we need a minute to put these names back into a bowl. So guys, we're going to play you the promos of what you're about to potentially win, and we'll be back in a second.
Et je pratique le karting à haut niveau, et j'ai voulu créer mon propre championnat de karting qui est le FRKC, et la première édition était en 2022. Le FRKC, c'est très simple, c'est un championnat de karting de location où nous sommes basés au Metz Kart Indoor. C'est un championnat qui se déroule sur un jour où les 100 pilotes auront l'opportunité de rouler durant 5 manches distinctes, puis les 48 meilleurs seront qualifiés pour les demi-finales et ensuite les 16 meilleurs pour la finale. Le vainqueur de ce championnat aura l'opportunité de concourir au championnat du monde de karting gratuitement.
And then we start the match races. Yeah, first against Johan Medard was really good. Then against Ian Lepela was also very good. And then against the world champion in 2019, Michael Schuttler. And then we drove the final. Directly after lap 1, I was pulling away a little bit. Then I thought in lap 4 or 5, I think, I come in the pits, I will let them drive alone. It's difficult for them. And you saw it directly, and for me, I knew it would be a comfortable win. And now I'm sitting here, so I'm really happy with the result.
La chose dont je suis le plus fier au niveau du FRKC, c'est que les meilleurs pilotes du monde, certains champions du monde, placent ce championnat directement comme un des meilleurs championnats d'Europe. Et justement, ces championnats d'Europe qui ont plus de 10 ans d'expérience, ça me touche beaucoup. Pour moi, la plus importante chose quand on vient participer au FRKC est effectivement ce plaisir de pilotage qu'on peut entretenir avec ces très bons pilotes et surtout s'amuser et faire du karting à très haut niveau, mais pour un très faible coût.
The track is really nice. It has a lot of grip, and that's also really difficult for some people because it steers directly, so you have to keep in mind to steer later than you normally think. I also like the championship. It's perfect organization, and big thanks to Luc for everything.
Pour moi, le FRKC est bien plus qu'un simple événement parce qu'au-delà de la course qu'on réalise durant toute la journée, les personnes continuent à s'amuser, à discuter ensemble, à pouvoir entretenir des bonnes relations et c'est le plus important pour moi.
Yeah, of course, I will come back. I will defend my title, of course.
Pour conclure, je voulais vous rappeler que le FRKC, c'est un événement de haut niveau, c'est un événement de plaisir et c'est un événement très accessible.
The manufacturer says it's one of the fastest karting suits in the world, so I sat down with the founder of Kart Skins to find out all about it. I'm here with Jonathan Burt. If you could just introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Burt. I'm 41 years old. I've been driving karts since I was 12, so I try to find a way to make myself go faster.
Yeah.
So that's how I ended up Googling aerodynamic fabrics, aerodynamic suits, because I saw in other sports like cycling, alpine skiing, they all use these skin suits for aerodynamic reasons to go faster.
Yeah.
So I said, maybe if I make a suit in these fabrics, I will go faster in a kart as well. Yeah. Okay, so I'm holding the very first prototype here that was co-developed with BioRacer, and it was the very first karting skin suit ever made.
Wow.
It's the one we used for the wind tunnel tests and also for the tests on track with Matthias Roten. And so you can see it's actually a cycling suit. They put extra long sleeves on it because in cycling they are only allowed to have sleeves like this. So even a cyclist would be faster in the suit, but they are not allowed to by the UCI. So that's the very first suit. It's very basic. You didn't put
no designs.
No design.
Yeah.
So when I put it on the first time and when I came to the karting, everyone was actually laughing. So, but
you got to start somewhere. Humble beginnings.
We got to start somewhere, and you will see that it only got better and better.
Absolutely. All right. So what have we got over here now?
So this is my suit I used to drive with before I had the skin suits. This one I used for the wind tunnel tests. It's a hot HRX suit.
Yeah, typical karting
I also
suit.
used an Alpine Star suit to compare it in tests.
Okay.
But yeah, you can immediately see a karting suit has a lot of wrinkles in it. Yeah, if you just touch the fabric, this fabric has zero friction. Yeah, you have the aero sleeves, so that's the high-tech advanced fabric that BioRacer developed. And yeah, you see these stripes in the sleeves. Yeah, they enhance the aerodynamic performance of the fabric. Okay, so this is the suit I used in the Kart World Championship. Though it's already with a nicer design, it's actually a copy of my of the design of my HRX suit.
Okay.
Yeah, we have, as you can see, you can print any logo on it in high quality.
So this is the original suit on the left.
This is the original suit.
And it's been converted to a
Yes,
skin
correct.
suit.
As you can see, there's a lot of less fabric used than
Wow.
in a normal suit.
Yeah.
You can see the aero stripe fabric.
So the design,
we put it everywhere.
yeah.
We put it on the legs
Yeah,
and even the body.
You can see the lines on the suit there.
Yeah.
But you can see the design translates over
Yeah,
very nicely. It's so
very-
similar.
Just an exact copy of this design.
So this is a better representation. So on,
So as you can see,
Yep.
the suit is a lot shorter, but still it's the same size.
wow,
This
that is
my karting suit size. This is my skin suit size.
wow.
And yeah.
Those are the prizes you can win, and now we're going to draw the winners. So, do you want to go first, Sam?
Yeah, well,
So-
look, just to start, obviously, we've put all 100 names back in the lovely fishbowl. We're going to give them a good shuffle. Now, obviously, one name you will pull out, and another name I will pull out, and they will be two separate prizes. So, would you like to take the winner for the kart skin or the winner for the French Rental Kart Championship?
We started with French Rental Kart Championship on the video, so let's start with that.
You're going to go with that. So, don't reveal the name, but please pop your hand in and take one.
Okay. So I'm not going to reveal.
I will then take one, and we'll reveal the winner one after the other. Have you got one, or have you got two?
I have one.
Okay. I won't look. We have a name. So, Brad, would you please like to tell us who has won the French Rental Kart Championship entry?
Okay, so receiving free entry to French Rental Kart Championship this year, I assume, 2025.
2025, yes.
Yeah, is Frederick Navarro.
Hey.
So Frederick Navarro.
Well done, Frederick. And on to the kart skin. Who wins the fully customised kart skin? We have Max Optenkamp. So, there we go. There's your two winners, guys. So please, both Frederick and Max, obviously, if you're not watching this, I will come and find you. Just so you know, guys, you two will be pushed to win these prizes. If you don't want them, then it will move on to the next person. So now we're going to redraw a second name, just in case these two people do not claim those prizes.
Okay.
So Brad, if Frederick cannot go, please draw the person who will take his place.
Okay, so runner-up for that prize for French Rental Kart Championship is Jennifer Tompkins.
And the runner-up for the kart skin is Sam Slater.
Oh, you said it couldn't be you. So try again.
And we will
I
try
would have
again.
loved to have seen
What is
you
the
in it as
chances?
well,
I
Sam.
didn't think that was going to happen. I thought we were safe. It's Zach Venn. So there we go. So if Max Optenkamp has one or doesn't want it for whatever reason, Zach Venn will win the kart skin. And you had Jennifer Tompkins as well. So yeah, there we go. Congratulations, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to the live draw. Good luck to everyone in a couple of weeks' time. Any questions, please fire it my way. But Brad, any final words from you, mate?
Yeah, so from me, again, thank you for watching. Again, please like this stream and subscribe to the channel because we want as many people ready to watch BRKC as possible when it goes live. But I've got nothing more to tell you, and I'm looking forward to a couple of weeks' time when we see a lot of you here live for the main event. Thanks to our team in the background, our excellent sound engineers, and Phil for setting everything up here. And we'll see you at BRKC 2025 in 2 weeks'
In a few weeks' time. See you soon.